Grand Forks with a little bit of flaky activity as we head into that evening commute. Some slippery spots may develop, and I just got some word from the National Weather Service on a few reports of snowfall across the area. I'll pass along just north of Maddock out there in the Devil's Lake Basin. 6.5 inches of snow reported in Maddock itself, between 3 and 4 inches of snow reported. This is what it looks like in Devil's Lake, by the way. You can see there on US Highway 2, things are a little white. 4.5 inches, the latest report from the Devil's Lake area. So that's what the 4 to 4.5 inch range looks like. And the good news is it will be ramping up in the Devil's Lake Basin first before it moves southward into the Highway 200 corridor. Emerado, as you go to the east on Highway 2, not nearly as bad. In fact, this is similar to what we're seeing in Fargo. Light snow globe type snow that's falling with those big flakes out there taking place. That's also taking place right now in Grand Forks, as you saw on our video to open up this segment. Binford now, as we look there on Highway 1, this is not far from the Highway 200 corridor. We're seeing reduced visibilities at times, but you can certainly see the pavement. There are slippery spots there. And here's a look at Jamestown if you're heading westbound on I-94. Things are warmer in the Southern Valley, and the roads there just appear to be a little bit on the damp side. Visibility pretty good. In fact, those clouds have a darkish shade to them, as this system is combining a lot of interesting factors. Number one, warm air down to the south of I-94, keeping things rain down there. Transition zone here, or maybe even a good old-fashioned mix. We're seeing the snow that has been ongoing in Minot and points west throughout the day really start to shrink in aerial coverage as it's moved off to the east. In our area, we're like, Hutch, where's all this snow on the radar? I don't see anything on the radar. Well, our Mayville radar is down and out for the count. Whether you use some kind of a national app or use a much better Valley News Live weather app, search VNL weather in the App Store today. It doesn't matter where you're getting your weather information, the Mayville radar is down. So we won't be able to see all the snow that's taking place in our area. Now, the other radars out near Minot and Bismarck and Aberdeen, and those help. But they're an awful long ways away, and oftentimes we'll miss snowflakes going on, particularly once it crosses into Minnesota. So we're going to do the best to cover this, as we've had a couple of waves of light snow shower activity pass through the FM area, reducing visibility, and certainly it will cause some slippery conditions. Same thing going through Grand Forks right now from Home of Economy, our view there, as we look down that Washington Street area. 33 at Hector right now, 34 at Moorhead's Airport. Wind from the northeast, it's blowing at about 15 miles per hour. Elsewhere, look at these temperatures, unbelievable. 50 degrees in Aberdeen, the freezing weather north of the white line that you see there. And we're holding on to just above freezing temperatures here, but much warmer down to the south and southwest. Here's a look at your forecast. Now, the snow is going to be exiting the Devil's Lake Basin, moving in a southeasterly direction. By the time we get to the 7 o'clock hour, the best chance of snow will be in Fargo. So we're getting a little bit of a break here right now. The snow will return as we go between 5 and 7 o'clock. Could be briefly heavy at times, and it could accumulate fairly quickly as it exits. By the 8 o'clock hour, it's exiting Grand Forks and the Highway 200 corridor and is out of here for most by 10. The yellow arrows show a big old burp of wind that'll come with the backside of the system, upwards of 40 to 50 miles per hour, so be ready for some noisy 10 o'clock conditions. After that, cold takes hold overnight, single-digit readings north, teens south, and anything that was even just damp tonight as we head to bed could be slippery first thing in the morning. Can't rule out an international border snow shower in your afternoon forecast for Wednesday, but other than that, looks pretty mild by recent standards. How much snow are we talking? 2 to 4 inches of additional snowpack in this area that is going to move close to the FM area, but I think the 0 to 2 inches for us is spot on. I think that in and around Fargo, we could see some areas that get very close to that 2-inch total. Isolated places have already seen the 4+ inches. So teens to start tomorrow, ramping up with clouds, and I don't think we see any more additional snow in Fargo, but up north you may. And speaking of that, a 3 o'clock snapshot of your forecast showing temperatures that will be in the 20s tomorrow afternoon, north, and 30s south. All right, a gradual warming trend into Friday, another afternoon snow chance to close out our work week. The weekend looks cooler with temperatures near 0 on Sunday with another shot of snow. So a cold weekend ahead with hit and miss small weather-making systems. And we'll keep you updated on tonight's forecast right here and on the app, of course. Stacy?
After those 10 days, it's like, you call that cold? 16. We can do that all day. Yeah. Thanks, Hutch. Yep.